morning and welcome everyone to this fourth Science Cafe within the framework of the SIRENE project. As you know, well, I will present myself. I'm Olatz Nicholas, I'm an architect and I work as a researcher at Tegnalia's Energy, Climate and Urban Transition Unit. Tegnalia is one of the partners of the SIRENE project consortium, and I will be moderating this Science Cafe today, which is the fourth Science Cafe of a set of 8, and the aim to increase the awareness about social innovation. Well, we have gone through 4 Science Cafés, as I said before. The first one was presented by Blanca Herrero de Gaña. She's director of the innovation at Carolina University in the US. And she clarified what is social innovation, and we tried to define it, or she tried to define it by providing different examples. All the recordings of the Science Cafe are available at YouTube and in the SIRENE channel, and as well in the SIRENE webpage. We went from general to more specific challenges, and so the second one was also led by an expert speaker, Elisa Pozo Menendez from the Instituto Matia here in Spain, and she brought different examples on how social innovation was applied to smart, healthy, age-friendly environments. And we jump into exploring what are the social innovation challenges for that different actors encounter when they are implementing social innovation in SHAFE. So we started with the public administration point of view, and in this third Science Cafe we had Dr. Anthony Polychronakis from the city of Rotterdam, who outlined the main challenges and related possible solutions for public administration bodies when it comes to the implementation of SAFE. And today we want to bring you the perspective of the older people and senior citizens with our speakers. I will present a little bit later. And well, you see that we still have 4 more Science Cafe going on till the end of the project. And to start, well, we will start with the context of the SIRENE project, which my colleague Amaya Sopelana from Tegnalia, she's a PhD in internalization and innovation management, will make a short presentation of the SIRENE project, and then we will jump into the presentation of a new profile of age-friendly cities professional, and then to end we will have a questions and answer session. First of all, we would like to know who is in the room, and for that I will ask you to scan the QR, or either you can join at slido.com with that number. And we would like to know who are we talking to. So if you could just take a minute and scan the QR so we can see directly who are we talking to and what is your expertise. Great. We can see that we have most of the people in policy and founding. Great. Let me see if anyone else. Well, great, because we have variety of expertise attending today to this Science Cafe. Let's see if we have any more completing the survey. Just one more seconds, and well, we will leave it here. So it's, as you know, these science cafes should not last very long. So I won't take more time on this matter. And then I will ask Amaya to present the context of the SIRENE project. Amaya, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Olaj, for the introduction. And well, as Olaj mentioned, I am part of the SIRENE project, and I will just briefly summarize the key elements and objectives of SIRENE projects to the audience. So first of all, and join to the thanks of Olaj. Thank you for joining us. And this type of knowledge pills help us to promote and to spread the results and the knowledge generated in the project. So next slide, Olaj. Yeah. So in SIRENE project, a consortium of, well, it's a 2 years project. It's a CSA, a Coordinated and Support Action project, funded by the European Commission. We are six partners involved in the project, and the key element of the project is focused on social innovation ecosystems. Why we want to promote social innovation? Because social innovation is one of the key elements to reach communities, to create networks, and to collaborate together with the same goal. Many innovations that are developed cannot be implemented appropriately implemented in any type of sectors, but in the case of SAFE sector is even more complicated. So the creation of the network can help us to enable inclusive, green, smart housing and environments, and accessible built environments, and different services and products to the elderly people, but all of them supported by the ICT tools. Next slide, Olaj. Yeah, basically the social innovation framework which SIRENE project aims to create is built on these 5 building blocks. So the idea is to create a manual for social innovation, enhanced toolkit, capacity building framework, a strategy that promotes the sustainability of this social innovation framework, and finally a blueprint of good practices. All these 5 building blocks will be supported by the SIRENE repository of best practices and different materials, and also supported by the SIRENE Digital and Expert Hub that I will explain you later, in which are the main objective. In this project, 3 main goals. All the partners, we have 3 main goals: to inform about the knowledge and results generated in the project through this type of pills, science cafes, video pills, info packages that are available and are online, available for all of you to have the knowledge generated during the project. Also, the project will create a capacity building set with different training webinars, training schools, and etc. And of course, the SIRENE project aims to connect all the stakeholders involved in this sector, so through the expert hub and creating ecosystems. So next slide. Yeah, and we have created an expert hub. We have now 56 experts from all around Europe and from all their countries around the world, and you can, well, we invited you to enter to the SIRENE project website and explore the expert area and see the key knowledge and capacities of those experts. And there is an open call for you if you are interested to join us. The idea is that we can have and we can obtain transdisciplinary knowledge from different type of experts and co-create different initiatives around the SAFE sector. And next slide. Just to finalize, besides the expert hub, we would like to invite all the audience and any other stakeholders to be part of the ecosystem as an early adopter. We would like to validate the building blocks and the elements and the tools we are developing. So this is also an opportunity to join this big community. Also, you can participate in the capacity building activities, training, or science cafe. And of course, providing materials to be included in the repository and the hub and be part of this knowledge community. So that's all from my side, Olaj. We will be here for any questions the audience can have.
Thank you very much, Amaya. Well, now that you know a little bit about the context of the SIRENE project, we will like to present Ángel Yague and Clara del Castillo, who are going to present the training curriculum for a new profile of age-friendly cities professional. Ángel Yague holds a degree in sociology, and he is the project manager of the Spanish Confederation of Organisations for the Elderly, which is named CEOMA, sorry, and he's a coordinator of AGE Spain, the group. CEOMA develops numerous projects in response to the needs of affecting older people in Spain, covering all the areas of interest such as entertainment, education, social issues, health, in order to address the primary concerns and make proposals for improving their quality of life in older age. And Clara del Castillo holds a degree in sociology from the University Carlos III in Madrid and a master's degree in human geography from the Radboud University in the Netherlands. And she works at the association Edad Dorada, Mensajeros de la Paz. You may know this association because it was granted a Príncipe de Asturias Awards for Concord in 1994, that's correct, and also has a special status for the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. They both work at the AGE-Friendly Toolkit projects. And now, Ángel and Clara, the floor is yours, if you want to start presenting your curriculum.
Okay, thank you very much, Hola, thank you for having us in this important forum. It's a pleasure for us to participate in the SIRENE Science Café and an opportunity to present our results of this interesting project that I think that many people are familiar with the results because in last September we invited you to participate in some workshops that offer the opportunity to participants to provide us with information in different topics important for the creations or the development of age-friendly environments. So it's a pleasure to see you all then. Today, Clara and I will present the current situation of the project, and we will invite you to continue participating in the next steps of this important project. So, I will present shortly the the context of the project in the European Union, because this is a Erasmus Plus project. The AGE-Friendly Toolkit project is oriented to create an open educational resources for the development of age-friendly environments in the European Union. So we are participating 6 partners from 5 countries. In Spain, we are CEOMA, that Ola have already presented us, and Mensajeros de la Paz, that we did as well. In Italy, we collaborate with Anciani e Non Solo, that is a well-known organization. It's a cooperative for the long-term care sector, for family care provider. There is involved an important vet center in Denmark. It's also in the healthcare sector. Also, academy that it is also involved in SIRENE project. They are well-known partner for everyone, and also we have the opportunity to collaborate with the Edge Platform Europe, that they are providing us a perspective of European perspective of the project. It's important to disseminate and to validate all the results from this. So next slide, please. I start by saying that the objectives of this important project, when we talk about social innovation, we consider that education is the basis of the social innovation, and we pay attention on these aspects. And in order to facilitate the cultural change that it is linked to the longevity, we try to define, to provide educational resources to facilitate qualification for everyone involved in the creation of the age-friendly environment. So the Age-Friendly Toolkit project proposed to define a training curriculum for a new professional profile that in the first moment we consider that it will be a professional reference for inclusive aging in age-friendly cities. And the second, after defining this training curriculum, we are going to develop some learning content and to develop some training materials, and these materials will be available for free on the internet at the end of the project. And now Clara will continue with the short presentation.
Okay, well,
the context and the objectives and context of the project. So Clara.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us, as Angel said, and thank you all for joining as well. Talking about the context of the project. Nowadays, life expectancy is increasing along with the ongoing global crisis, as wars, economics, environmental crisis, and all of these present new challenges for age-friendly cities and communities, and also educational and training systems in the European countries. Next slide, please. So for all these new challenges, we see, as Angel well said, education as a solution, and that's why the Age-Friendly Toolkit project proposes a training curriculum for the new profile of professional of reference for inclusive aging in age-friendly cities, and a free online training course that will be the result of this investigation we've been carrying out, and educational resources for age-friendly cities and communities for Europe. Next slide, please. The training curriculum, as an overview, we have first a qualification level. The Age-Friendly Toolkit educational resources will be referenced on the European qualifications framework, and also the objective of this training curriculum that is for professionals who want to promote and develop age-friendly environments on the local level. Next slide. We have different target groups for this training curriculum that is developed for maybe teachers, trainers, and students, like vocational education and training programs, decision makers in the field of vocational education and training, different municipalities willing to implement an age-friendly city strategy, organizations and NGOs willing to implement age-friendly environments and inclusive communities, providers like schools, institutes, or other organizations that provide vocational education and training, and that offer a combination of school-based learning and strong work-based component, healthcare professionals, social services at the local level, formal and informal caregivers, volunteers in municipalities and social organizations, adult citizens and their loved ones, and literally everyone, because as we said, it was free. So anyone that is interested in the topic could take this curriculum. Next slide, please. So the starting phase of the project was the selection of key competences, and we did a summary document about this. The partners of the project described the results of 31 in-depth interviews, in which we selected key competences like skills, knowledge, and attitudes, and also cross-cutting issues for age-friendly cities to compile a comprehensive but detailed training curriculum for this new professional. The partners gathered insights from 5 Danish experts, 7 Dutch experts, 7 Italian, and 12 Spanish experts. Next slide, please. So this is a mind map of the different topics that the experts we interviewed talk about. We have housing, social participation, inclusion, civic participation, communication, support, outdoor, and transport. As you can see, the experts are very varied, and we have a lot of different points of view and insights. Next slide, please. So the objective of the project, the age-friendly professional, we have 3 different main topics, our main issues. The community development, in which we take into account networking, working with and within communities, and mobilizing necessary resources. Also, we take into account, and we think it's very important to have a person-centered approach, analyzing the needs of citizens, providing care and support based on needs, but always taking into account the opinion and the thoughts of these people. And also the age-friendly cities, in which we think it's very important to understand the age-friendly cities framework and implement and develop the 8 domains of the age-friendly framework. Next slide, please. Regarding all these topics, we had different international workshops in September. We carried out 5 workshops in which we had 120 participants, which were doctors, sociologists, psychologists, social workers, economists, etc. And we had these 5 workshops were regarding the 5 main topics of the project: social participation, community support and communication and information, built environments, social inclusion and cooperation, and civic participation and employment. Next slide, please. So from these workshops, we figured out this training curriculum that starts with an introduction and the transversal topics that we found that were relative to all the different main topics and were important to be defined. Also, built and smart environments, social participation, social inclusion and cooperation, civic engagement and employment, and community support and communication. These different main topics are developed from the different partners of the project and are the ones that will be the different units for the project, for the curriculum. Next slide, please. So regarding the transversal themes, we were able to define 19, but we found many others. The 19 we found the most important were accessibility, age-friendly environments, age-friendly policies, aging, ageism and abuse, agency and quality of life, climate change, communication and networking, cultural sensitivity, digital technologies, health and prevention, human rights-based approach, intergenerational, life course approach, lifelong learning, person-centered approach, project management, rural-urban dichotomy, and volunteering. These themes, we find them relevant for all the main topics that I talked about before. So we are going to define them regarding the different main topics and try to make the fullest or most complete definition of each one of them. Next slide, please.
This is.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is my part, and I'm pleased to explain this part because, as Clara said, we worked very hard in order to define the concepts for the training curriculum. We asked for the participation of relevant experts across European countries. Many people involved in SIRENE project were involved in these workshops, and after this part of the project, we presented this training curriculum to the experts in the AGE-Friendly Task Force in the AGE Platform Europe. So we presented this in Brussels in November, and they provide us with important aspects that are missing, still are missing. So it's a very complete product that we finished in the month of December, and each partner presented the results, presented the training curriculum in their countries to experts and to decision makers. And yeah, so in the case of Spain, we presented this project to a big audience, especially to social organizations and public administrations. They were impressed about our results. They read our training curriculum because it's available in the website of the project. We explain it to the process to get this training curriculum, and the impression was that this training curriculum is really important to assist and to help people working in age-friendly environment, and also to implement this training curriculum in the initial education framework. So people in vocational education and training will find a big benefit studying these contents, because they can implement these concepts in their approach on the crafts and works. And also people who are working in municipalities can complete their qualifications with these contents. So they recommended us to define specifically the training curriculum and to try to recognize this qualification in an official way. So we in Spain, we have started negotiations with the Spanish authorities to recognize this qualification in the official educational offer. In other countries, such was Denmark, they tried to negotiate this training curriculum with professional bodies, and they are trying to implement it in the permanent training offer. So we are in a moment that we need to provide this training curriculum to develop in a concrete materials, and validate these materials in order to finalize our proposals of this training curriculum to be implemented in vocational education training offer in the participant countries. So in the different countries, many insights were provided to this training curriculum. Especially, they consider important to teach professionals to raise awareness on the importance of development age-friendly environments, because in in our companies, in our organizations, we are familiar with the concept of age-friendly environments, but not is the same situation in the rest of the organizations, because there are many topics, but we need to pay attention in work in this concept and to spread this concept in all the professions and jobs in our country. So, and also one opinion was important that raise awareness on the opportunities of longevity and not to consider that older people are needed to assist in everything, but also to provide autonomy and independence as much as possible in order that they can age in place, and they can live in the communities, in the cities, in an autonomous way. Next slide. I will talk about the next steps of the project. As Clara said, we are working on the development of training material. This month or next month, we will have a meeting in Italy, in Modena, and we will send the final training materials. We will validate it with experts in participant countries. And after this final validation that we will make in the next month, we will upload these materials to internet through a web app system. That it means that the materials will be available not only on the internet, but also in mobile phones. It will be accessible from mobile phones in order to get quick information about different topics, relevant issues for the development of age-friendly environments. And when we created everything, we will invite you all to participate in a validation sessions. We finally test these products with experts in different European countries. It was validated in English and the national language of the project. So it will be available in Spanish, in Italian, in Dutch, and also Danish. So it will be a final validation, and it will be important before disseminate the results, and we will prepare some multiplier events in all participant countries in order to propose the implementation of the training curriculum for this new professional profile, which experts consider very important in the development of age-friendly cities. And we consider that in the end, it will be an important contribution for the creation of an age of a society for all ages, in that it is the main concern of older people's organizations, Europe, and also around the world. So we are in synergy with SIRENE, with other platforms in Europe, and also we are working together with the WHO in the development of this proposal that we consider really important to be implemented in the educational system in countries in Europe. So this is our presentation. I hope you have find it interesting, and we are available for any questions. Please answer any concerns that you will have.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Angel and Clara, for your presentation, for a great work that you have developed so far. I don't know if you have, I cannot see the chat. I don't know if we have any questions on the chat, or if you want to just unmute yourself and launch any questions. Well, myself, I have a question that I think that, well, this is something that's raising awareness on this capacity building. It's really a very important job that we have to spread around Europe. But my question is, how have you deal with the cultural differences among the different countries that you are participating? What has been your experience regarding those cultural differences? So I don't know if the educational or the transversal themes that you have tackled can somehow integrate those cultural differences or not.
Yes, it's a really good question. Thank you a lot. And we consider this point of view, and we discuss about it. But we have two reference, at least one reference really important. It's the development of the global network for age-friendly cities in the WHO. And this experience for us is an important reference in order to solve the gaps or the differences between cultures or experiences. We consider important to take references in good practice cases around the world, especially in European countries where we find that the cultural differences are not really big differences, but there are big differences related to the experiences. And some countries are more able to participate with experiences in some areas and others in another area. So we try to make a balance in and find some points of reference that are familiar for everyone. And when we are talking about this in our proposals of training material, we are presenting good practices from each participant country in this project. And we validated among us if this good practice could be transferred to one country or not, or what is the nuances, or what is the peculiarities of this good practice. But indeed, it's a challenge, and we think that we can overcome this because we are the 5 countries involved and discussing the best way to adapt these best practices, the way to find a solution valid for everyone in our proposal.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone has any other questions? Well, I see that that people is saying that it's a very interesting proposal, and we're waiting for the advance on this. And we will post the link to the project in the chat in a moment. And I don't know if there are not other questions, either for
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I have just a question regarding the next steps that you just shown. Well, very interesting project, and how you deal with the difficult challenge of creating this all this learning and training framework around the age-friendly professionals. I am just curious about how you are going to address or establish the steps for the validation and testing. So can you just give us an example? Because yeah, one thing is how you can validate with the professionals and with the social organizations. So just give briefly an example would be possible.
Yes. Now we are creating the training materials. We are validating the first stage with experts in the participant countries. Once we agree with the learning content and with the best practices and with the transversal topics that we think that it will be possible at the end of the next month. We will translate all the materials to different languages, and we will prepare these training materials in a e-learning platform in the different languages that I mentioned earlier, and also in the web app and available in mobile phones. And then in October, we will call for a pilot experience in which we will invite to participate to experts from public administration, from social organizations, from other people in general, from the target group of the project that mentioned Clara before. So we will prepare a pilot session in each country in national languages to validate the effectiveness of the content, the opportunity of the content. We have prepared some list of indicators to evaluate the courses and the resources from different perspectives, from educational perspective, from the implementation, from the transparencies. So it will be evaluated by at least, I think, 100 persons that are potential end users of these materials. So this is the last stage of the validation process. Then we will adapt the final version of the results. So I would urge you all to participate in these piloting processes.
Yeah.
We will let you know when.
Perfect. Yes, of course. We will be very grateful if, because in SIRENE project also we are validating. So yeah, in a different kind of materials, of course. But it's a very challenging objective to validate what we created. So and more important in this sector, right? So yeah. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for the clarification. Very interesting.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and thank you for give us the opportunity to present the results, for the opportunity to invite you all to participate in the next steps of the project.
Yes.
These are very important that people are involved and are aware about what we are doing now. And Clara will say something too. Clara?
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for inviting us here. Thank you for the questions. We're very interesting. And thank you everyone for attending and listening to us.
I think that we will leave it here now. If there are not more questions from the audience, anyway, well, I would like to thank everyone, to the speakers and the attendees here to this SIRENE Science Cafe, and we will be informing about the next ones. And on different topics, of course. We still have 4 more to go, and I hope they will be as interesting as this one, and they will give us some more clues to how to improve on the implementation of social innovation on the SAFE environments. So thank you all for attending, and well, have a nice day, all of you. and we'll see you next Science Cafe with a coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Have a nice day.